So what's up, everyone? Dark Train here. Wanted to show my new pets. One of these pets is real, one of them is not. Can you tell the difference? Got it! Iron Detective, what do people want to know? I mean, what do people want to ask about? Because I'd be happy to do it. I don't think it's fair to keep all the secrets. And I think a good reason to share with people. Some people are just starting out and they could use a little help. Being a filmmaker, being an actor is a very, very crazy thing. How did we do the Iron Detective? Well, a lot of people came together and helped. Making a film is a very collaborative art. And those of you that are in the industry or in the filmmaking world, you already know this, but I'm sharing it with people that may not know. What it all comes down to is how well you prepare. And there are some things that I was not very prepared for. There are some things that I was prepared for. I'll just say, for example, if you go to like Amazon Prime and look at the Iron Detective Anthology in general, you'll see a lot of costumes, you'll see a lot of art and fog and lights and things placed in a specific way to evoke a certain mood and tone. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Blade Runner and RoboCop, Terminator. I like that 80s vibe. There's a lot of 80s love in those projects. What really matters is what's in the frame. A guy that makes fantastic prop armor and weapons and things like that. His name is Tim Hensela, and he has Iron Ape Prop Works. I asked Tim, I said, dude, I really love the Blade Runner gun. I love the sci-fi pistol. It's iconic. It looks great. And I couldn't top that. There's no way I could top that. A challenge. I said, can you make something? And he drew up a couple sketches, and then this is what he came up with. The prop pistol that was used in the Iron Detective. And not only that, it actually, has a little bit of functionality to it, so it looks good on screen. But it looks good from all angles because it's real metal. So I had him make the mask as well, or the helmet, based on original design. That mask up there, it was actually made out of like craft materials and things like that, but with wonderful paint job by Hex Morta Studios, and my original design, it combined into something cool. And this is just basic stuff, but a lot of people ask, well, how did you do that? And it's like, well, you have to have somebody design something. You have to have somebody think about it. He even took the time to put in, that it is 45 caliber. This doesn't really fire, but it's got some heft to it. He even made a handle, same material they use for knife handles. This guy's really talented, really, really good. And the work speaks for itself. It looks great. It looks iconic. So this actually used to be black, but I took a Sharpie, silver Sharpie, and made it silver, so it popped a little bit more, on camera. It was just a minor detail, and it probably would have been fine just leaving it black, but I wanted it to look like that. I just wanted that extra edge. So this would have been read as black on camera, but with the little silver Sharpie, it makes it look a little more metal and industrial. And then he added some carbon scoring, if you will. Little Star Wars nod. But it looks great. It's even got iron sights and all that too. So the point I'm trying to make is there wasn't really a bad angle on this prop. So what Jordan and Chris and Dustin did, and what Vic and all those people did, their amazing skills with photography, and combined it with my skills and Tim's skills. Right now it doesn't read real impressive because it's just normal, boring, lighting. But when you put like some fog in the background, and you have like the LED lights bouncing, and then you have like the backlighting, everything in the shots look great. Those are some of my favorite shots ever. I'm biased, but I love them. If you look at the short films, you'll understand. But combine that with like, well, what about the mannequins and such? So we had a mannequin that I actually spoke with Jerry Vest, and I said, look, Jerry, I love your mannequins. I'd like to rent some of them for a project. That he was kind enough to let me keep them for a little bit longer than I needed to, so I could actually put some stuff on them. And I did some Instagram posts on this, but they're just basic like fashion model mannequins, people that are impossibly thin and have like perfect statuesque proportions. Essentially, you put those. I put those in a room, and I electrical tape on the eyes, and then I took those little glass marbles that you can get at a dollar store, and they had like really nice reflective light properties, and they put like sticky tape on the back of them and stuck them on the eyes. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And so what you have is a really dark background, but you have this bright, perfectly, almost stormtrooper-esque white figure. I find mannequins and sex dolls and all that stuff creepy. I had my kiddos on the day of the shoot. They held just like laser pointers at the eyes so that the red bright lasers would hit those eyeballs and give off that creepy red vibe. And it was like, all told, it was not a very expensive effect to pull off, but it was done in camera and it looks great. There's no visual effects on that shot. It's just really good cinematography, really good production design, a beautiful camera movement by the Method Media team, and then, Andrew Scott Bell's gorgeous sound design and music in the background. It takes a lot to make those projects come off, and the reason why I'm telling you guys all this is because I really it's weird. It's a weird place to be in because I love the idea, I love the project, but also I get kind of sick of it too. And I hate to say that because so many people have worked on it, and it's not like I'm turning my back on it, but the reason why I'm doing a comic book right now is it's just so expensive to do sci-fi. I am still actually paying for some post-production on that. I've called in some favors, but people are like, okay, you can pay the rest later, but we need to get this done. So a lot of stuff I did myself to try and save money, and that's kind of been my downfall. That's why it takes so long to get stuff done. That's kind of how we did it. I took a bunch of cool props, talked to a lot of cool people that had connections. For example, the poster back there, that was drawn by my artist friend Simeon. I saw his artwork, I really liked it, and I said, wow, I'd like to see this guy do an old school movie poster. I had him do another poster, and then eventually I had him do a comic book. We are currently, by the way, 7% funded. We had a couple new backers, so thank you. Hope you guys are having a good day. If you have any more questions, let me know. I'm trying to get this character all over the place, all over all kinds of media. So anyway, have a good one, guys. See ya.